But if you don't have evidence to support those affirmations, you will just slip back into a feeling of self-doubt. Then why can't you make connections with your ability to get to their point B? About how I had the confidence to ask for triple my salary. Hey, I'm Adam if you're new here, and if you're returning, then what's good? Let's talk about entering your confident woman era. The era where you achieve the things that you say you will, where you occupy the spaces that you want, and where you move through life self-assured. I haven't always been super confident, and there's definitely been times in my life where that confidence or that lack of has affected my ability to achieve the things I want, talk to the people that I want to, show up as I want to. But the moment that I realized confidence wasn't something that you were just born with, and instead was a skill or a muscle, and therefore possible to grow and develop through exercise and practice, that's when things kind of changed up for me, and I could apply the things and the confidence I had in one area to other areas of my life. So in this video, I want to focus on the single most important thing that helped me build my confidence so that you can use it too to enter your confident woman era. And that is evidence. So let's just get into it. So one thing that's often spoken about in terms of confidence is affirmations. And I'm not here to bash those or pretend that they don't have their place. But the brain isn't silly, so you can affirm for as long as you want. But if you don't have evidence to support those affirmations, you will just slip back into a feeling of self-doubt. And this is why identity creation through habits is such a powerful tool. If you've read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, then you will have come across this idea of using habits to create an identity. That is, the person that you say you are, whether that is a healthy person, a person who can walk into any room and talk to anybody, who can ask for that raise. And in order for you to believe that you are that person and therefore move with that kind of confidence, you need actions that support that. And habits are so powerful because they are so small, right? Like something that you do habitually, but every day or every week, in itself, the action is small, like getting up in the morning, right? Or, eating that right piece of food, or, reaching out to that one person on LinkedIn. Those in themselves are small steps, but they accumulate over time, they compound. And the reason why they influence your confidence so much is because those small steps you take all equate to progress, right? And competency is ultimately confidence. The belief and the evidence that you can do something makes you confident in the fact that you can do that thing and at the next level. Fundamentally, it's proof that you can go from point A to point B because you've done it before. I used to often get asked about how I have the confidence to enter the gym and be in the weight space and, lift my weights. And it's because of the habits that I set up and the progress that I made over time. That means right now I will walk into any gym and occupy that space with no problem. Why? Because I started off small with these habits every day, going into the gym, maybe just lifting just the barbell, maybe then lifting a few more weights and adding a few more weights, but getting comfortable with the space. Over time, these habits proved to me that I was the type of person who could do what I said I did, which was lift weights, who could occupy the space that I wanted to in the gym. And so building that up over time made me competent and it made me confident. I've also been asked about how I had the confidence to ask for triple my salary. Well, that's because over the period of time in my previous job, over that 1 year, I had been building out habits and skills that compounded over time into the person I was when I asked for that money, right? I had a new set of skills and proof and evidence that I could be and I could execute at the level that I was saying, right? I had that confidence because of my evidence that supported my affirmations that I was a person who deserved that paycheck, and I had the evidence to support it. So as you're stepping into your confident woman era, leverage the power of habits, of repetition, of building out skill sets, of building out proof to ensure that you can, again, walk into any space, make the most out of any opportunity, right? Be the person that you are in this stage of life. Okay, so now let's talk about looking for commonalities, right? Starting something new can be daunting, right? Whether it's a new relationship, a new job, a new business, a new set of skills, content creation, right? If you haven't done it before, then even getting to the point where you will start, so you can start building out those habits can be difficult. And this is where we need to look for commonalities, tracking our history to see where we've done things before that we can leverage evidence from. Everything you've done in life will lay the foundation for what you'll do next. I was looking at my stats, and on average, the age of somebody watching my channel is between about 20 and 35. If I was a betting person, I would bet that in all of those years, you've done enough things that can support your next step, even if you're not quite sure of it yet, and I'll explain how. Before I learned to code, I didn't know how to code. I had no proof that I could ever code, that I could ever program, build applications, and support them. But I did know that once upon a time, I didn't know algebra, and I learned that. And I didn't know French, and then I learned that. Well, kind of. And I didn't know how to, do a dissertation at university, but I learned to do that. And here I start to find commonalities in things that I've done in my past that may not track exactly to this new thing that I want to do with the confidence, and the self-assurance that I hope. And so as you might expect, the more similar the evidence or the experiences are, the more powerful they are in helping build out that confidence. I've also been asked many times about how I had the confidence to quit my master's. I'd never quit my master's before, or, just kind of quit formal education like that just to pursue things on my own. But I did know that I had learned things on my own without teachers, without PowerPoint slides, right? I had been able to acquire information on my own. So even though it wasn't in a formal setting like a university, I did know that there was a commonality in my ability to learn new things again. So why not? I had the confidence then to step out on my own because I knew that my track record had shown that I could do things on my own. And all of this boils down to you need to note your wins. You can spend a lot of time critiquing yourself, right? And saying, I should have done better at this, or I could have done this, or why am I not like this person? But once you start noting down the wins in your life, and I mean from the very beginning to where you are now, you'll realize you have a catalogue of evidence to support what you want to do next and to move through life with the confidence that you should. And finally, let's talk about the evidence of others. We've become quite an individualistic society where we believe that we have to do everything on our own. Everything, pull ourselves up by our bootstraps on our own and go for it. But there is a lot of power in leveraging the evidence and the experiences of those around you. And this is why it's so powerful to watch and engage with people who are like yourself or have shared experiences. Because if you see them move from point A to point B, whether you read their story in a book, or you watched them on YouTube, or you saw their TikTok video, or you're seeing their Instagram, whatever it is, if they are sharing their story and you can make connections with their point A, then why can't you make connections with your ability to get to their point B? And that is the power of the shared experience of leveraging what you can learn from others. We are in an information age, although people will argue we're entering a knowledge or a new era with AI, but the point is we have so much at our hands and we can access so many people's experiences that why would we not use them to help support and build evidence that we could be a confident person in any aspect of life and achieve whatever it is that we want. If I see somebody who was from a working class family achieve, this, or achieve the family of their dreams, or achieve the business of their dream, or the travel of their dreams, whatever it is, and I see a lot of commonalities between us, like maybe he was born in the same city, the same kind of environments, why can't I do that? Because then I've cut out the idea that I can't be confident in my ability to do something because I'm from a working class background. Or we have loads of evidence of people from working class backgrounds making it, or because I'm a woman, or because I'm this, or because I'm that. Whatever I'm going to say to discount myself and my ability to do this, there is a load of evidence from other people's lives that says otherwise. And I've used this many a times when I was feeling a little bit about something, or I wasn't quite sure in my ability to, like I said, move into a new space, to take up space, to be confident in who I am and show up and present as who I am. I looked at the other people in my life, or like online in my online space, that had been doing similar things. Confidence is power, and whilst affirmations are super important, it's ultimately evidence that will carry you the whole way through, in my opinion. But that being said, self-doubt is real. And so you're probably going to watch my video over here where I ask 5 questions that you can ask to overcome self-doubt. I'll see you in the next one.